It's time for the morning ride on AM 860, FM 95.1, KWPC. Stay tuned for a full hour of news, interviews, and reviews from the open road. The morning ride is brought to you by Hupy and Abraham. The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the host, guests, and callers and are not necessarily those of the ownership or management of this radio station. Your calls are welcome at 563-263-8600. That's 563-263-8600. And now, here's your host on the morning ride, Pipes.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the morning ride right here on KWPC. I tell you what, my nerves were up and then going crazy up until about 3.5 seconds ago, and as soon as I heard that name, I'm like, all right, I'm on, I'm ready, and we're going to have rock and roll this deal. I'm telling you what, folks, I'm excited to be here and to be able to share the motorcycling news and information that I've got for you guys. We've got all kinds of things, not only just news from around the world, the big headlines, because I do a show on the internet where I spend 3 hours talking about news and information. This, we're just going to blast the headlines, not going to get too much into the stories because we only have an hour and we've got a lot of other things we're going to be doing. We'll have some people calling in from some of the events that I work with and some events that I don't work with as well, because after all, it's all about the ride out there, folks, and I want everybody to have as much fun and get out there and enjoy your motorcycles to the optimal amount that you possibly can. So that's why I welcome any kind of event. Get a hold of me. You can contact me at pipes@gmaxpro.com, or you can give me a call. I give out my phone number. It's 309-631-1599. To any time you want to give me information about an event, let me know, and I'll be glad to talk to you about sharing it. I do charity events. If you got a poker run and it's a charity event, let me know, and I will definitely share the information with you for free, because I believe in the great philanthropy that motorcyclists do. I mean, we give away the most money and do the most charitable work of any group of people I know out there, and I want to help make that better for you guys. So if you've got a charity event, let me know, and I will definitely share about it, not only on this program, but I'll talk about it on my other 2 internet radio shows that I have, and I will put it on my website, and I will carry your information around to the different events, because I do probably about 50 events a year, most of them motorcycling. Some of them I'll do the voice work for the Quad City Raiders football team. That starts in June, and there's I think 5 or 6 home games that'll be playing there in Rock Island, and I do their announcing. So I do that. I do the motorcycle events, a couple other different things. The Retro Rally coming up in the end of May. That's not really a motorcycle event, but there's some motorcycle aspects to it, but it's all the cool stuff, and that takes place in Rock Island. There's more information on my website about all the events that I deal with, and that is partywithpipes.com. So I think I pretty much give you guys a blast of information there. I know it was quite the machine gun power, rapid fire and everything. But like I said, I'm on fire right now because I'm so excited about being able to do this. And I have to thank my major sponsor, Hupy and Abraham. I've been working with these guys for a few years, and to tell you the truth, I chased them. Nope, not going to say anything else. We all know what I'm talking about, but I chased them for 2 years trying to get them to let me promote them at the events that I'm at, and finally I got a deal with them 3 years ago, and now I've been working with them for a couple of years, and this is the 3rd year, and they're sponsoring this radio show for me in part, a pretty good chunk of it, and I appreciate them. And all I'll tell you is these guys are serious. They have gotten so much money for motorcyclists who've been injured. Their record speaks for themselves. They spent a lot of money on sponsoring other motorcycle events. They sponsor the Indianola Bike Night that I work with, the largest in the Midwest. That's the 3rd Friday of the month. They work with Winterset. They work with the Newton Bike Night, and several other events that I've been involved with, and other events around that I'm not involved with, because I actually can't do every single event. As hard as I try, I can't do them all. So, and of course, some of them don't really need the services of a professional MC, but they need the sponsorship from Hupy and Abraham. So I appreciate their great work in the community, and they do stuff with other than motorcycles events as well. But if you guys are looking for a personal injury attorney, please give them a call, because you want to tell the insurance companies that you mean business. Hupy and Abraham, they will protect your rights and get you everything that you have coming to you. So there's links on my website to them. Now, as time is starting to fly by here, it's great. Let's see. We're going to get into, we've got a couple of people that I'm hoping will be calling in from some of the events that I work with, and a lady that I did an interview last Monday with. They're doing an event in St. Louis area that coincides with an event that I'll be doing in Indianola and Winterset, so I couldn't be there, but I wanted to help share their event because it's far enough away from me that it doesn't really co-inflict with which show we're going to go to. So, but I still want to help them out, because this does go out over the internet, and if you guys are out there that are listening, have friends in the area, you can tell them about a really cool show that they might not have heard of, because after all, everything is so busy. So we've got that coming up, and then next week we've got my friends from the Blackhawk chapter, Abate of Illinois. I'll be talking to Jerry West, the president, and setting up what we call the Abate Message of the Week. And this will be pretty much like a press release for them, but just information they've got going on as far as safety courses that they offer, events for fundraising to help them do the things that they do, like going down to the state capital of Illinois and lobbying and talking to the politicians about motorcycle-related legislation that's going on. They were instrumental in the blue light legislation that just got passed. If you guys aren't familiar with it, just go to your local Abate chapter, check it out, or just why don't you Google blue light motorcycle, and I'm sure that'll come up, the legislation. But these are the type of things these guys do. And you know, we've got really strong Abate in both Illinois and Iowa. You look at the helmet laws in the country, and that's a big part of your Abate folks out there pushing hard and keeping these politicians and realizing it's a freedom, it's a choice, and we don't need more government interference in our life and telling us what we can and can't do. It's crazy. People just need to treat each other the way you would like to be treated. You treat me nice, I treat you nice. I treat you nice because I want to be treated nice and with respect. And if everybody would do that, we would have a little less gump in the world. So, yes, gump. What kind of word is that? I know. Well, it's because I'm on the radio, and so. But anyway, but that's what will happen. They'll be giving us that message. That's the Abate chapter, the Blackhawk chapter of the Abate of Illinois will be giving us that message. And from time to time, we might get the other Abate chapters to give us stuff that they're doing, because, again, I'm looking to help promote the entire motorcycling area and for everybody. And, it's a service that I want to help to again, if we can get you out there riding and doing things and making the economy work by spending a little bit of money and having cool places to go to and destinations to go to and stuff that you didn't know about, because there's all kinds of stuff outside of your listening area that we can give you guys information, because I cover stuff from all the way out, like I said, way past Des Moines, all the way to Woodstock, Illinois is my range of events. So we've got a big area coming up, and there's a lot of stuff that we'll be able to share with you guys. So other than that, I think I'm going to give you guys some news and information. I've got somebody supposed to be calling in shortly, but we'll give you a bit of news and information here. One of the things that I do on my one radio show, which is on Tuesdays from 6 to 9 p.m. in the internet, and you go to my website for the link for that, is I talk about the recalls. And recalls are something that people really don't pay attention to. But what I like to do is I like to tell people about current recalls that are out and about. And there's two of them. The first one is there is from Olin Shocks, a steering damper. This covers motorcycles that were, or the shocks that were manufactured between November 5th of 2013, going back a couple of years, all the way to February 20th of 2015. Now, there's not a whole lot of these shocks that are being recalled, but what it is that the result in a nut may loosen, which it could possibly disassemble the shock and create a crash for the motorcycle. So that's an Owens shock, or steering damper in the last year and a half or so. Now, here, as an example, when I mentioned about recalls, these things can go back years and years and years and years. If you're looking to buy a new or a used motorcycle, and you might want to have it checked for recalls. And the recalls get fixed for free, folks, so it's not like a big deal. That's unbelievable how far these can go back, and the prime example is this recall right here. BMW is recalling over 43,000 bikes built between 2005 and 2011. Now, that's 10 years ago. That's a long time ago, folks. So how does BMW know that you own that bike because you're the third or fourth owner? They have no way of knowing it. So they issue these recalls, and this is part of the reason why I want to help put this out, because this one is pretty dangerous. What it is the existing rear wheel flange is made of aluminum and can crack if the bolts are too tight. So the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reports if the rear wheel mounting flange cracks, the mounting bolts may loosen and the rear wheel may not remain secure to the motorcycle, causing a loss of stability and increasing the risk of crash. Yes, that's my producer there, Tom, laughing in the background. And yes, that's it. It's like, hello, it's a no-brainer, duh. We know that, but it's again the way they have to word these. But this is the point in case 2005, folks. This has just come out, and that's what I need you guys to understand is that if you're buying or selling something that's used, run it. It's real simple. You go to their safercar.gov. I hear voices in my head.
You're probably hearing the other radio station comes through your headphones every now and then. Sorry about that.
All right. Well, we're not that it matters. It was just like, because the reason why I mentioned that, I keep on jumping around a little bit. I realize that, but after all, it is my show, so what the heck. When I do my internet show, I've got to do everything myself, and I'm playing music, and sometimes if I'm going to take a little bit, I'll play 2 short songs so I can go get a drink or something because it's a 3-hour show. I forget and I leave it on auto DJ. So I come back and I'm, bam, 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 and then hey man, we can't really hear you because the music's playing in the background. So that's all I had was because I don't listen to my broadcast when I'm doing the internet thing because I haven't done it before. So anyway, a little bit of a way of doing different things. So folks, again, we'll go back to the recalls. If you're looking to buy or sell a used motorcycle or car or any kind of motor vehicle, go to safercar.gov. It's real simple. You just input your information and it'll tell you if there's any open recalls, ones that have been satisfied, ones that were started but not finished, and these things that the manufacturer will take care of for free, plain and simple. So it might be a little inconvenience, but how inconvenient would it be to have your rear wheel to come off? Because you didn't want to take the time to go get something taken care of. So it's a matter of safety, and so that's what we do with the recalls on both our shows here. Now, I will do that. There was a actual reason why this happened. The problem was discovered in August following a crash in Spain where a rider and passenger were bruised and scraped. So it says if there are, the BMW spokesman says owners should check the rear flanges for cracks near the bolts. If there are none, the motorcycles are safe to ride until repairs are made. I'm like, I don't think so, because, well, I check it now and that looks fine, and then all of a sudden, it decides that now it wants to crack. No. If you got a BMW in those years built, check with your dealer and don't ride it until you get it taken care of. Unless you've got your insurance paid up, as that'll hurt. So, let's see.
I believe Kenny Rogers wrote one of those. That's where he came up with that song. You picked a fine time to leave me loose wheel. Sorry.
Oh man, I was wondering where you were going with that. So, like I said, we do have a couple people to be calling in. I'm hoping to get, let's see. We have somebody call in?
Yes, we have Randy on the line here.
Ah, well, good. Let's, I'll tell you what, we can do the news at any time.
Oh, hang on. He must have hung up. He'll call right back, I hope.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Yep.
working things out. And this is Randy, he's the organizer from the Indianola Bike Night.
Yeah.
And that is the largest in the Midwest. This is the 11th year for this event.
Mm-hmm.
And then calling in afterwards.
It's always fun when you have to screen the calls and you put them on hold, and then if you push the wrong button in the wrong order, then the phone call goes away.
And I'm sure me trying to...
I know.
A call. I got a call.
Stop the presses. We've got a phone call.
I threw you off there.
That's okay. Anyway. Oh, come on, Randy. Hopefully he'll call right back. Nope. Not there yet.
Let's see.
Okay.
But, well, that happens sometimes, right?
Yeah, it's the first show. There's bound to be, can't do the first show without one glitch.
Right.
And that's our one, though. We don't get any more.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. He's calling back. There he is. Okay.
Live radio.
Yep. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Pipes.
Hi, is this Randy?
It is. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. I'm very good, and thank you for calling in. And on the first broadcast of the morning ride right here on KWPC, I kind of gave people a little bit of a headline of what was going on before we had a technical glitch there and knocked you off the screen there. But you're the organizer now, the sole organizer for the Indianola Bike Night, which takes place on the third Friday of the month from April through September. And this is the 11th year, correct?
That is correct.
And how's everything looking as far as you got everything pretty well? I mean, the event's been going on for a while, so it's still got its challenges, but it pretty much runs itself by now, doesn't it?
Well, the tough part each year is about February, March, getting everything lined up and set up. And, the nice thing about the event after 11 years is that the vendors and the sponsors and the supporters of the event, you know what? They almost start contacting me in January. Are we ready to go for our next year, Randy? So we are all lined up with sponsors, vendors, and we are ready for April 17th.
Perfect. And you also have live music,
Absolutely.
Really great bands.
Yes.
And who's going to be the band for the first one?
Well, that is a good question. Hang on just a second. I didn't have that in front of me.
And it's always best to make sure you've got the right information instead of like, I think it is, and then that just makes confusion.
I'm not about to do that. Richard Arndt is going to be our first act in April.
Right, and he's got quite the momentum going on for what he's been doing this for a little while, and has actually got some momentum, as I said earlier, which is going. And then you've got live bands every single month, and it's almost like I tell people it's like taking a big chunk out of any major motorcycle rally. I don't care, Daytona, Sturgis, Laconia, whatever, and just ripping it right out and just putting it down in the middle of Iowa, because that's basically what it is. It's that big, it's that crazy with the vendors, the motorcycles, the live music, and everything, and being a family-friendly event. It's just huge with attendance. So is that a fair description of taking a big chunk out of a big rally?
It is. We are just we still are somewhat surprised, but very excited with the attendance that we get, and just the talk about the event and the support for the event. And I would agree with you, Pipes. It is just take from those big ones and put it right in the center part of Iowa.
And now that you've been this is the 11th year, and I've been working with you guys for, I think it's been like 6 years now. I can remember the first time I come out, and it was just like, wow. And it's just been steady, strong growth, growing and keeping on. We're looking at we've had over 9,000 motorcycles here at this event, folks. 9,000 motorcycles have rolled through this 4-hour bike night in Indianola, Iowa. So that alone is worth checking out. Now, you guys have got something interesting because you guys have done this and been so successful at it. There's been a few other places around central Iowa that have started to do a monthly bike night. Some have worked out, some haven't. The one that I like is make it a great destination is the Winterset Bike Night, and that one takes place on the Saturday. So you guys have really got like almost a middle destination going on between two bike nights, one centrally located area, great riding. Do you think that helps bring the attendance for Indianola up, having something with another bike night the following night?
Well, I do. I had a phone call yesterday, was unable to visit, but one of the organizers from Winterset, we always try to get together each year and just kind of talk about are the things that we can kind of work together on to promote, the weekend. And as you well know, Pipes, we have each month, it seems like we have a group coming out of Missouri, out of Minnesota, out of Illinois, and a lot of them make it a weekend destination. They come to our event on Friday night and then stay over somewhere in the Des Moines metro area and then make Winterset their Saturday evening bike night stop. So I think it has helped.
Great, and I'm glad to be able to work with both of them. And then I also work with the folks in Newton. But let's give everybody the information because I think Tony is probably going to be calling in, one of the organizers from Winterset. But we want to give everybody the information for the Indianola Bike Night. Give them that website, Randy.
It's www.bikedowntoitown.com. Check us out on the web, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody on Friday the 17th, the third Friday of every month, April through September.
Perfect, and I will see you in less than 2 weeks myself. That's when we'll be out there. And look forward to starting another season. Thank you for calling in, Randy. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
You got it, Pipes. Thanks.
Bye now. All righty, folks. There you go. That was the organizer. There used to be a group of them, and we called it the committee. And as time has gone on, like I say, this is the 11th year. People have to, move on and allow different things to flow and the growth. And that allows these organizations or these functions to keep on growing, and because people get burnt out, and there's been quite a few organizations that I've seen that all of a sudden they just were so big and a big force and just crumbled because there wasn't any new lifeblood coming in to help it. And one of those is the Bi-State Awareness Ride, folks. It was going on for like 29 years. And it was huge. And then they had all the issues with having to do police protection for crossing the intersections, and they started having to charging people to make up for the difference, to pay the police departments for this, and and the ridership went down because people, I'm not paying to do that. That's not I'm trying to make. And it was a horrible, horrible deal, and now things have changed a lot as far as the rules and regulations and things that they could have been doing all along, but they didn't. And just I would hate to say that maybe the greed or the desire to try to rake in some extra money from some of these local cities in the Quad Cities that did this. They're the ones that pretty much destroyed the event. And then, unfortunately, because of all the stress, nobody wanted to get involved to continue the lifeblood going on as people were like transitioning out to different parts of their lives and allowing new blood to come in. The event almost died, but fortunately, there's a gentleman that took things over and is trying to revive things, and he's out at the Hillcrest Event Center, and he's doing something on May 23rd. And on Saturday, and trying to do a motorcycle tour of the Quad Cities, and not being an awareness ride, but having to rebrand things and everything else. So there, if you want more information, I'm sure if you were to go to awarenessride.com, the website's still up. It's got information about that. So that's something I did want to share with everybody, and I managed to get through it. So I don't know if Tony's going to be able to call in. He said he was going to try, but he's got a million things that he's got going on, and he might have called and it was busy. Oh, maybe that's him right now, or that could be Shannon calling in. Let's see.
Hello, you're on the morning ride with Pipes.
Hi, Pipes.
Oh, this is Shannon. How are you? We'll go ahead and run you a little early. That's fine. I'm glad you called in. And I noticed from your few of the messages we've been sending back and forth that you're out and about traveling all over the place, aren't you?
I am. I'm in Florida right now.
In Florida.
Doggone it.
Yeah, it's a little chilly here right now.
It's 89 here right now.
Well, as long as the humidity is down, that's okay. I used to live in Florida, and the humidity was just I just hated it. But anyway, let's run through what you guys got going on. We had a little discussion last Monday on my other radio show, the Free Road Report on the Roadhogs Radio Network. And we're going to talk a little bit about what your event, and that's coming up in April on the 17th and 18th. And give us the location.
It's going to be held at Gateway Classic Cars, which is the world's largest classic and custom car dealership. They have 9 locations across the United States.
Wow.
And they're going to be holding the expo at their O'Fallon, Illinois location. So if you love custom and classic cars, you get the bonus of getting to see all those too. There's about 125 cars in their showroom right now.
Wow.
And it's the Midwest Motorcycle Expo. 2 days, like you said, Friday from 5 p.m. until 11 p.m. and then Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m.
Very good.
And
the website, and this is, you love with all the internet stuff, because I did some research on the show before, and I was doing something else when I was doing research for my other motorcycle news show, and the banner for your event, the bike show, come up on. I'm like, win $3,000, register now, and I'm like, what's this all about? And because it didn't have, but sure enough, because I had gone to, these crafty people out there in the internet world, I'll tell you. But I want to let you know that your stuff did come up and that there was some value to your advertising in that aspect. So your website is, if anybody wants to go to it,
www.midwestmotorcycleexpo.com, and there's tons of information on the website. People can purchase tickets ahead of time at a discounted rate online if they choose to. There's a 1-day ticket or a 2-day wristband. Online, the tickets are $10 for each day individually, or they can buy, and they're $12 at the door. So if they want to save a couple bucks per ticket, they can buy them online and print them right out at home and bring them, and they're not having to wait in line.
Oh, that makes it real easy.
To make it simple for them. And then we have 2-day wristbands also. They're discounted at the online also. They're a little bit higher at the door. Just saves you time if you don't want to wait in line, because you know how those expos can be, where a lot of people are coming. Just saves you some time to get in the door faster.
That's
and
right.
We've got a lot of different things going on. We're bringing in about 16 custom builders from across the United States that'll each be bringing. We're going to have anywhere from around 50 to 60 bikes.
Wow.
That have been built by these builders that they're going to feature at the expo for people to look at and see and talk to them about their vision and what they do with bikes when they build them. And we've got a 100-bike show for the public. The builders are they're not putting their bikes in the bike show. This is, for the public. Anybody that wants to enter that show, you think you have a cool ride, you got something you want people to see, now's your chance to do it. And it's a People's Choice Award. We did it a little different. We're not doing brackets, and we're not going to have judges. The people that attend the expo will vote, and at the end of the day on Saturday, we'll tally up those votes and award the prizes. And we're going to pay out $1,000 to that first place bike, $500 to the second place bike, and $250 to the third place bike. And then fourth, fifth, and sixth place, you've ever seen those bike bubbles that protect your bike inside?
Uh-huh.
They're going to win one of those. Those are worth about $350 each.
Pretty decent.
And then Chuck's Boots has given 3 certificates for a pair of boots of your choice at Chuck's Boots locations. So for 7th, 8th, and 9th prize. And then we have a Builder's Choice Award also. The builders are going to get together. They're going to tour the bike show, and they're going to vote on a bike together that they want to give an award to, which is pretty cool when those builders all say, hey, that's a cool bike. We want that bike to have an award.
Well, certainly, especially if you get that many guys with those different, unique taste and creativity input to agree on something like that, then you really do have something special. So that's going to be a very coveted award for sure.
Yes, it will. It's something we're going to try to do annually at this event. And the bike show is going to benefit the Shriners Hospital. So it does cost people to enter their bike in the bike show. It's $40 that they need to register online. It is not a ride-in bike show. You need to register ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
But with that $40, you're going to get a 2-day armband to attend the expo. That's worth $24. And then you're going to get a Midwest Motorcycle Expo T-shirt also. And all of the proceeds from the entry fees are going to go towards the Shriners. So, which is a great cause. Shriners Hospital in St. Louis, they help kids that need all kinds of different treatments and procedures, and it's a great cause. The Shriners will be at the expo on hand. They're helping us with parking and helping with all different kinds of things.
Well, that's actually that's very good. And as I mentioned before on the other show, that you guys they get into the show, plus you're giving them a shirt. So it's not like it is you guys are giving back to the Shriners by giving the shirt as a way of an extra incentive on everything. So that's stepping up a little bit above what most places will do when they're involved with the charity. So I commend you for doing that. So it's a great deal. You get into the show, you get the shirt, and you're helping out a great cause. And motorcycles and Shriners go way back, way back. And so. It's actually a really great fit, and you should be very proud of being able to work with a group of guys that do such great work. We've all seen the commercials for the Shriners Hospitals and all the great work that they do, so I definitely commend you on your choice of charitable organizations. What else have you got going on as far as, most of you've got vendors there?
Yeah, we do. We've got about 100 vendor spaces filled. And we're bringing in vendors from all over. It's something different for the Midwest. Vendors coming as far away as Wisconsin, down in Kentucky, Kansas, Arkansas, Iowa, Ohio. So we didn't, a lot of times with an expo or bike events, don't pull from just a local area.
Sure.
And our goal with this event was to bring people that the Midwest area and the 3-4 state area that, we know we're going to have attendance from hasn't necessarily seen a lot of these vendors and the merchandise and products that they have, and they've got some good quality, unique stuff that they're bringing in. So we're excited about that, to offer that to the public. We've also got a biker fashion show that's going to take place on Saturday with everything from men, women, children, and pets. How you can gear up. So that's going to be exciting. We've got educational seminars going on. We've got a dyno expert that's going to be talking about dyno tuning your motorcycle, the benefits of it, how it works, the logistics of all of that. Then we've got the State of Illinois IDOT and ABATE coming in and offering motorcycle safety awareness seminar. They've got a seminar on legislation within the state of Illinois and the state of Missouri, what's taking place for the rights of motorcycle riders. And that's always good. It's good information to have, and that's a great organization, ABATE in Illinois, and then Freedom of Road Riders in Missouri. They're out there fighting for our rights all the time as bikers for those two states.
Very good.
And they're going to be on hand with 3 different seminars. And then Freeze Harley Davidson, who is our premier sponsor for the expo, is going to be also offering 3 different seminars. They're going to talk about boom audio and what all your options are if you want to change up or upgrade your sound system on your bike or add a sound system. They're going to talk about LED lighting and then high performance options for motorcycles. And, the expo is open, and these seminars can benefit bikers of all makes, kinds, and models. It's not just for Harley-Davidson. It's for anybody that's got a bike out there, whether it's vintage, whether it's a brand new one, whether it's a street bike. We're going to have representation for all those different areas.
Well, it sounds like you've definitely done a lot of work on trying to bring a well-rounded event to the motorcyclists, and it's still not quite riding season, so hopefully this close you'll get a lot of people ready to get out there and get on their bikes and be riding, so this will be a great opportunity to get things rolling for them as well. Now, one more time, give everybody the location and the website.
It's Gateway Classic Cars in O'Fallon, Illinois, which is right off of Interstate 64, major highway that goes through the state of Illinois and into Missouri. It's easy access. There are hotels in the area for people that want to stay. There's a hotel even on our website that is given a special rate for about 5 more days. And it's, again, the 17th and 18th of April, and the website is MidwestMotorcycleExpo.com. And when they attend the expo, when they walk in the door, they're going to be handed a slip that does 2 things. 1, it gives them the opportunity to vote on the bike that they like the best. And 2, it enters them into a drawing that we'll be having on Saturday at the close of the expo to win a trip for 2 to the Ozark Bike Fest in September.
Very good.
And that includes hotel, food, a gift certificate from Harley-Davidson down and Bike Fest, and then 2 passes to participate on the ride that takes place during Bike Fest.
Very good. Well, you've definitely got a lot of stuff going on, and again, with the charity that you're involved with, and you've got some great prizes and some unique things with the seminars and vendors from a wide area. You've definitely got a lot going on for you, and I wish you all the best. And I will try to maybe get a hold of you during the show when you're, if you got not too much, we'll maybe have like a little check-in and say, hey, what's going on? I just wanted to say hi. And we'll see if we can't work that out as well. But if not, we will definitely catch you for next year, because I'm sure you guys have already started thinking about next year.
Well, and we appreciate you having us on, and we look forward to seeing everybody at Midwest Motorcycle Expo.
All right, very good. Thank you, Shannon. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks so much.
Bye-bye. All right. We're going to take a quick little break here. I've got a great message for my sponsor right here on the Morning Ride, KWPC.
When the rubber meets the road, there's only one law firm you should choose. One with a proven record of working for bikers' rights, promoting biker awareness, and collecting tens of millions for injured bikers. As riders who've represented well over 3,000 injured bikers, we've seen firsthand the dangers bikers face out on the road. Clients of Hupy and Abraham have received settlements of over $20 million. How many law firms can say that?
Call 800-800-5678. Hupy and Abraham.
And welcome back to the Morning Ride right here on KWPC AM 860 and FM 95.1. Appreciate you guys tuning in this morning. We've had a couple of callers from the Midwest largest bike night, Indianola Bike Night. We were just talking to Shannon with the Midwest Motorcycle Expo. It's taking place near St. Louis. And we've talked about our recalls that are out there. And again, if you were looking to buy or sell a used motorcycle, doesn't matter. This can go back years and years and years. You might want to run that VIN on the safercar.gov website, because these are some things that are a nuisance, some are serious safety issues. So that's definitely, you want to make sure that those recalls have been satisfied to maintain safety. We're waiting for another phone call to come in, and we've been playing phone tag with them a little bit, and due to the limitations we've got here, but that's just the way it is. And but hopefully it'll be Tony from the Bike Night in Winterset, Iowa. And matter of fact, I think there is a phone call right now.
Welcome to the Morning Ride. You're talking with Pipes.
What's up, Pipes? Tony from Winterset Bike Night.
Hey, Tony, I appreciate you to keep on trying. We had, like I said, we've got, this is a small AM/FM station in Muscatine, Iowa. It isn't a big city, so we've got just the one phone line coming in. But I do appreciate you keeping on trying. So tell me what's going on with the Bike Night this year. You sent me an email about a new sponsor. So let's talk about, you got a new sponsor?
Yeah, Northside Cafe has been down there. I mean, when I was coming home from swimming lessons when I was a little kid, I would stop and eat biscuits and gravy there. And they've got new ownership. There some people that are from the East Coast, and I tell you what, they got cool stuff. They're doing kind of the after party this year.
Oh, wow.
So when you come in, Winterset Bike Night, the police make us shut down at 10 o'clock, but they're going to have, like bar food, and they've got some, like a microbrewery type stuff going on at their place. So, and they've got like an acoustical, live band type deal after hours. So,
oh, good.
Anyway, just the party will keep on rolling in Winterset. It'll be fun.
Well, that'll be good that there's, and I always love it when there's somebody's trying to do something and opening a business and trying to achieve that American dream, man. I love it.
So I'll tell you what, Pipes, I've been busy. I bought the motocross track south of Winterset.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, so we've got some stuff going on. And here in a minute, you'll probably hear some dirt bikes because I'm out here right now. April 18th and 19th, we have motocross races there, and they're about 2 miles from where we have Winterset Bike Night. So people get there early on Saturday. They will they can come down to the motocross track and hang out and watch some races and stuff. And then Sunday too, if they're still in the area, they want to swing out and check it out. We have food and all that there too, so it'll be kind of a fun time. And then also in May, same deal. We got an event going on down there, and it's gonna be pretty cool.
Well, that sounds like there's just the momentum is growing and continuing on, and I love to see that kind of stuff going on. And whether it's big engines, little engines, 2 wheels, 3 wheels, it's all the same, and it's all part of the whole being out and having that freedom of being in the wind. And of course, well, some of those guys on the dirt tracks and some of the stuff. That is, it is quite a feat of athleticism to be doing some of that stuff. Especially as I'm getting older now, I'm like, oh man, that looks like that would be painfully on my back, bouncing up and down on the track and everything. But
well, people love to watch the crashes, and as the guy that owns the track, we don't want to see that, but it does bring out the crowd.
Yeah.
So we do have a lot of crashes sometimes. It happens. And we got some pretty big jumps, and it's motocross. It's the sport has changed a lot.
Well, it's become a lot safer now with a lot of the equipment and a lot more aware of things now. So that's
sure.
And that happens as things are progressing and keep on growing. Let's touch on a little bit. What's the band? We got live bands every month, and who's the band for April the 18th?
Charlie Horse.
Charlie Horse. Oh, I love him.
They're a local band, but they rock. Those guys like to party, and it comes out in their music. And kind of a local favorite here. I know we've got Toaster, bunch of great bands. We'll be announcing them on our Facebook, on the Winterset Bike Night Facebook. So, we're in conjunction with Indianola, and 2 separate events, but we're back to back. They're on Friday night, we're on Saturday night. So if it's something, maybe some of your listeners in that area, want to make a weekend of it, it's a perfect fit. They can come over make the trek over on Friday, get a place to stay. Saturday, they go cruising. They can go to the motocross race, check it out, and then by Saturday at 6 o'clock, they can roll up to Winterset Bike Night and have a good time.
Definitely makes it a huge destination, and that whole combining the 2 bike nights, and Indianola's been around for 11 years now, and they are just massively huge. And there's only one bigger one that I know of in the country, and that takes place in San Diego. Well, go figure, it's San Diego, right?
Wow.
And there, it's they go year-round riding out there, so it makes a big difference. But between the 2 bike nights, Indianola and Winterset, there is no larger, continual, once-a-month destination anywhere in the country that you can go and see that many motorcycles on a consistent basis the 3rd weekend of every month, folks. It's only a couple hours here from Muscatine. It's out past Adventureland a little bit, So it's not that big of a, it's not like it's a huge long ride if you're not wanting to make a big ride, but there's enough riding in the area. You got the bridges of Madison County. It's an incredible, beautiful area. Lots of riding, lots of other cool things, a lot of historical things to see. And that's one of the things I like to do, Tony. I like to stop and hit all those historical markers and check that stuff out and see these roadside attractions on the roads less traveled. I mean, that's America, man. That's what getting out there and riding is about.
Yeah, there's a lot to see here. You know, we've got the the bridges, and there's other stuff too, like John Wayne Museum. That'll be up and running this year, and that'll be like $1.5 million building. I mean, it's crazy, and a lot of cool stuff to see there. And you know, like the locals even, I think, are kind of excited to go check it out. So, yeah, it'll be cool.
No, very good. Well, I know you've definitely got stuff going on there with the track and getting ready for bike night coming up. And I guess David and his better half came down and to Daytona, and they came out and saw me at the Cackleberry.
You know what? I was there too, actually. I went down to Bike Week. I go every year because I work for Weisco Pistons, and so we go to all the races and stuff. And I was just so busy. I raced a couple times. I raced the Alligator Enduro, and I raced the GNCC, which is an off-road hare scramble type race. And then between that and having to go to the Supercross and the flat track and everything, and I just didn't get over to see it. But next year, I plan on taking a camper and having a little bit different trip. So it'll be fun.
That's what I'm planning on doing too, and I know that's why I was just busted because I knew you were busy and you were down there working. Like I was there the whole time, and I know the venue and the road across the road to my trailer and back to the venue. That's all I did for 10 days straight. Right. So, when you're down there working, it's a lot different than you're going to Bike Week. Ooh, lucky. Well, I'm going to work, man. I'm not...
I know that's everybody's like. It doesn't suck though. I mean,
no, not at all.
But it's kind of snowy at home, and who knows what. But it's just, it isn't like it's a party the whole time, like people think.
Yeah, and especially because I'm doing 13 hours of working. I'm on 13 hours a day, and it's a little different. So, wow. But yeah, I went through that snowstorm on my way down there that went through Kentucky, and I ended up spending the night in the car. It was great. It was absolutely wonderful.
Well, I flew down, so it took me about 3 hours, and I was
there. I don't care.
My bikes were delivered.
Yeah, I don't care to participate with the TSA. Their whole game of everything. No, I will drive. So, well, anyway, we're gonna see you in 2 weeks at the Winterset Bike Night. And again, folks, I've got links to all this stuff on my website, partywithpipes.com. Tony, thank you for your time, and we'll see you then.
We appreciate everything you do for motorcycling.
All right, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
All righty, folks. Well, there you go. A couple of great events, and I'm going to blast through a couple of these headlines here. We got a call coming in? Yeah. Oh, we'll see who's calling.
Hello, you're on the Morning Ride with Pipes.
Oh, I'm just trying to get a number from the Buy, Sell, and Trade shows. I don't suppose this is
Can you call me back in about 10 minutes? I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Not a problem at all.
Yep.
This is a community radio station, and that's what it's all about, and where we run through. All right, folks, we got. I want to let you guys know that the AMA encourages motorcycles to go ride because April is the AMA Go Ride month. So the AMA is the country's largest organization for motorcyclists and the leading advocate for motorcycle freedoms in Washington, D.C., the oldest and largest amateur racing sanctioning body and custodian of America's motorcycling heritage at the AMA Motorcycle Hall of Fame. So for more information, you check them out. There is a new helmet. We've seen quite a few of these that are coming out. This one is a voice-controlled GPS motorcycle helmet, and it's a little bit different than some of those other ones. There's the one that's got the camera in the back, but this is a one that was some Russian engineers have invented the Live Map, a GPS helmet, which simply displays navigation tips on the visor, kind of a heads-up display. And he got a $250,000 grant from the Russian Ministry of Science. And these are looking to be unveiled in May and will go on sale in August, costing $2,000. The Zero motorcycles now have a hot swappable battery system. Now that means that you can remove the battery modules, just swing open a lockable battery gate, and then use either one of the one or two 2.8 kilowatt modules. So it makes it very simple to keep on rocking and rolling on your electric motorcycle. And those bikes are about $10,000. The Kawasaki Ninja H2 is due out sometime immediately this week, it looks like. Now, it's been talked about in decades, and this is going to be a motorcycle that has been well looked forward to. It was unveiled in Europe last fall, and the orders for the Ninja H2 and its track-only counterpart, the Ninja H2R, were taken in December, and they're looking to be shipping these bikes to their 1,000 dealer network, and that'll be beginning this month. Deliveries begin for the Ninja H2 and the H2R track bike. And over at Honda, there is a new vice president of Honda Motorcycle Division. One Chuck Boderman has been promoted, and he will serve as the outgoing vice president, will serve as a senior advisor till his August retirement. And some of you guys might be familiar with the movie The Why We Ride. The film was production team did the critically acclaimed movie last year, and they are starting a new Kickstarter campaign to fund a new film being called I Am Sturgis, and that takes place right now. They are looking for people to help fund them for this new movie I Am Sturgis, which will take place during the 75th anniversary of the Black Hills Motorcycle Rally in South Dakota. And I'm going to be trying to get a hold of those guys to do an interview on my other radio show, the Free Road Report on the Road Hogs radio network. In the UK, the Minister of Business has released £7.5 million, or just over $11 million, to help subsidize electric motorcycles and scooters. The money will be used for grants up to £1,500 or $2,200 towards the purchase of a new electric bike. Also in Europe, the UK is leading in a surge in motorcycle sales with a 16.1% growth compared to 0.6% across the continent. And other countries like France, Germany, Spain, and Italy all saw a greater overall number of new bike registrations, but none grew quite as fast as the UK. And let's see, we have Indian Motorcycle partners with USO to support the troops. Indian Motorcycle continues its support of the U.S. troops and their families. The latest initiative through an official partnership with the United Service Organizations. It's a nonprofit organization. You know, we all know what the USO is. They brought all those great performers to the troops during the Vietnam and the Korean Wars, and Bob Hope and Marilyn Monroe and all those great performers right there on the front lines. That was the USO that did that. And then there is another little story. A gentleman by the name of Joshua is developing what he's called the Ring of Light. It is a helmet that has a bunch of LED piping on it that will increase your visibility at night. And this is one thing that, yeah, it might look a little ridiculous, but I'll tell you, I'd rather look a little ridiculous than having to look like I was smashed and crashed because somebody didn't see me and ran over me. So, again, you guys want to be out there and be visible. The more visible you are, the less likely you are to be involved in a crash, and that's why I've partnered up with the folks at Lunacy Side Active Lighting System. This is a product that will increase your visibility. I've got a link on my website. It creates 2 glowing circles of light around your wheels, and it is a pretty inexpensive product to increase your visibility, especially at dusk. Those 4-way stops where your headlights disappear, well, here's a glowing circle of light that they'll be able to at least recognize that, hey, that's not normal. There must be something there, and make them look twice. So there we go. We're doing pretty good on time. We're going to take a short break, give myself a chance to catch my breath, and we'll be back with the closing moments of the morning ride right here on KWPC.
When the rubber meets the road, there's only one law firm you should choose. One with a proven record of working for bikers' rights, promoting biker awareness, and collecting tens of millions for injured bikers. As riders who've represented well over 3,000 injured bikers, we've seen firsthand the dangers bikers face out on the road. Clients of Hupy and Abraham have received settlements of over $20 million. How many law firms can say that?
Call 800-800-5678. Hupy and Abraham.
Welcome back to the Morning Ride. Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a fast hour, folks. I appreciate everybody listening. Hopefully I've made some new friends and look forward to hearing more news and information, interviews, and what's going on. We'll get into some rides that are happening around the area. I do want to let everybody know that going on in Davenport is the Ranch Riders are doing their annual Easter egg hunt. The cannon goes off at 1 o'clock, so there's still time to get down there. This is a huge do. It takes place at the fairgrounds there in Davenport. It's the Ranch Riders annual Easter egg hunt to benefit the children's therapy clinics of the Quad Cities. What a great group these guys are. Again, it's the Ranch Riders doing the huge Easter egg hunt tomorrow at the fair, or today at the fairgrounds. The cannon goes off at 1 o'clock, and within about 30 seconds, it's probably all over. So this is something cool. There is a free will donation at the door. So again, it is the Ranch Riders and the Easter egg hunt at the Davenport Fairgrounds. Other than that, do check out the website. It is partywithpipes.com. I've got the other internet radio shows that I do. And again, if you've guys got a motorcycle charity ride or any event that you'd like to be shared across the great airwaves of KWPC, get a hold of me. You can get a hold of me here at the station. I'm sure they'll give you my information, or you can call me directly, 309-631-1599. And, of course, all these shows will be available on my YouTube channel, Pipes the Voice, and there's a link on my website for that as well. And I do want to thank my sponsor again, Hupy and Abraham, for making this possible. And if you guys need a personal injury attorney, please give them a call and let the insurance company know that you mean business. And I do need to make a great thank you to my friends at the Alder Kings. They're the great music that I do my intros with. That is the Alder Kings. You can check them out on YouTube and on, I'm sure they're different, Reverb Nation and different things, but it's not your daddy's surf music. Definitely some cool stuff, and it's all instrumental. These guys rock, and I appreciate them letting me have that song, a Midnight Hot Rod Train, Devil Train to Memphis. It's quite a mouthful there. So until next week, folks, I appreciate it. This is Pipes, the Midwest #1 MC for motorcycle events, signing off until next week, 10 o'clock, right here on KWPC. So until then, as always, enjoy the ride.
You've been listening to The Morning Ride with Pipes, sponsored by Hupy and Abraham. For more information, visit gmaxpro.com and partywithpipes.com. Be sure to join us next Saturday morning at 10 for The Morning Ride on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.